My name is James Whitlow, and I'm here to make a video for ZyBooks. So, this past semester I took a class called Data Structures, and the teacher used an online program called ZyBooks, and it's basically like a third-party application that teaches you the same information of the teacher, or in our case, pretty much the same information, but a more broader perspective. And ZyBooks makes it possible to understand more complex applications or concepts in a way that is easy to understand. They have different videos, like simulations you can watch. It's really cool. Different graphics that move. It's just excellent. So based off of the information that I've used through ZyBooks, I constructed a program for a project that we did in class. This was assigned by the teacher, but ZyBooks helped us understand the concepts in a different way, so we had the information to use the concepts in a way of applications, abilities of creating applications. So over here, this entire program is called JGrasp. This is a program that I use to program the Java program in. Over here we have a queue. This basically sets up the queue. Different functions. We wrote all of the functions for the queue, such as a dequeue, an onQueue, is empty, is full, stuff like that. And all of this was learned through ZyBooks. We also have a queue, which basically establishes the functions and creates the instance of the functions, so they can later be called inside of the main program. So this right here, JVW digraph 2. This is part 2 of a previous version we had to turn in as well. And if we compile this, I'll show you how the program works. Alright, sweet. Alright, so I'm hiding the code for copyright issues, so students taking this class in the future or near future, they will not get the answers off of a YouTube video. So if we run our program, and I ran the wrong one, sorry. We run our program, it's pretty cool things going on here. So this right here is a table, which is called an adjacency matrix. The adjacency matrix is used to construct the depth first traversal as well as the breadth first traversal. So how does it work? Well, this right here is the column, and this right here is the row. So this is a two-dimensional array that holds a sequential file reading in different numbers, 0 and 1. 0 meaning that there are no connections, and 1 meaning that there are connections. The A through G are different node names with, I think it's one data set and 2 links, node links. And like I said, the 1 is represented as the link. So in the depth first traversal, we have printed all of the outputs. So how does it get this information? Because obviously it's not going in order. So there is actually an algorithm to this. So you do this through recursion, which is calling a function inside of a function. Pretty crazy. It's very hard to wrap your head around, but with ZyBooks, you are able to understand this at a level that is so welcoming, you grasp the understanding immediately. So basically, obviously, we'd start at A. You can start at any node you would like, but this is starting at A. And basically it looks at the first part of the two-dimensional array and it finds it to be a 0. So therefore, if it is a 0, it will skip over that link because, well, there is no path. There is no link to this node. A cannot link to itself. So we move on. We look at this. Well, this one right here is a 1. So A, therefore, links to B. So A is printed as just the starting node. B is printed because A links to B. So then, what we do is we go under the row of B, and we say B has a D. Well, D is printed. So then it goes under D. And it says, okay, we go through here and we fit, wait, we have a B. D links to B. But we have a Boolean value set that goes through each and every column and it finds if it has been visited or not. So D links to B, but it has already been visited and printed out right here. Not really printed out, but it has been visited already, so we're going to skip over this one. So C, well, C has not been visited, so it prints a C. And so on and so forth until you have reached the end of the sequential file. So the bottom one is the breadth first traversal. So breadth first traversal, how it works is it uses a queue function. That's where these other Java files come in. So it takes it starts at the same node, so it resets everything and it starts back at A. This is another way of looking through the adjacency matrix to find its links. So what does it do? It says A is set to, it has a link to B, it has a link to C, and F. So B, C, and F are printed because this is only looping through it one time, and basically what it does is after it finds the links, it sets them to what are called children. The children of the node is printed or put inside of a queue, and for each node or the child of that node, it dequeues the first thing inside of the queue and loops through that row. And if it has anything in that row that is not already in the queue, it puts it in the queue. And it continues to do dequeues until the queue is empty. Well, my name is James Whitlow, and this is what I learned from ZyBooks.